Shalom. Both Richard Branson in his Virgin Galactic and Jeff Bezos in his Blue Shepard have commented on the awesome experience of being up in space looking down on planet Earth. "Nothing could prepare you for the view of Earth from space," said Branson. "It is one thing to recognize it intellectually," said Bezos. "It is another to actually see it with your own eyes." Indeed, this has been the reaction of every astronaut before them. They are awestruck and overcome with a sense of humility as to who we are and our place in the universe. Yet, 2,500 years ago, the prophet Isaiah, in the Haftarah for this week's Parshat, says almost the same thing. Isaiah, in his prophetic mind's eye, sees God looking down on our planet from above, viewing the earth as an orb and mankind as tiny insects. Hayoshev al chul haaretz v'yosheveha kachagavim. He dwells above the circumference of the earth and sees its inhabitants like grasshoppers. The prophet could visualize this already thousands of years ago, but in our generation, mankind has been able to see it for himself. Having a sense of humility is seeing as an underlying value of being Jewish. In the Parashah, Moses tells us that God loves us not because we are so numerous, Hiatem hama'at mikol ha'amim, for you are the smallest of the peoples. Rashi comments that unlike pagan monarchs, such as Nebuchadnezzar, who were full of self-aggrandizement, the greats of Jewish history, like Abraham and Moses, were humble and did not glorify themselves. It is that quality that God recognized in us. Although he chose us to be his people, we do not then assert ourselves claiming that we were better than the rest. We recognized our drawbacks. This Jewish trait is difficult to observe in the modern world. Humility is unfashionable. The conventions of social media demand that we judge ourselves and others by the number of likes and followers received. If there's been one positive aspect of the COVID pandemic, it has been a great equalizer. It has made every one of us appreciate our limitations. Notwithstanding our abilities to fly into space, this tiny coronavirus was able to ground us all. As we move forward cautiously, reopening once again, we do so with a greater sense of humility, recognizing there's so much we cannot control. We don't need to gain astronauts' wings to give us that perspective. Shabbat Shalom.